Hello YouTube, this is Soundwave913 and I'm coming back at it again with another figure review after all this time of not doing a video review. And this time I'm actually doing a video review of something that you can actually get. Kinda. Well, Ironworks. So, this is my first Earthrise figure and also my first Earthrise review. And I found this guy at my local Target. I wanted to do a review on him. Here we go. But before we get into the figure itself, here is the packaging for the few of you who have not seen the Earthrise stuff. You know, very different look from the Siege stuff. You have a very nice artwork of Ironworks in city mode. And new artwork. So we've got, your typical Optimus, Wheeljack, and all them, with a sneak preview of Trailbreaker and RC, along with the Quintessons, Double Dealer, Megatron, Distant Unicron, and then, I don't know if you can see, that's Galvatron. And then on the back, you got all the info you need, how it works, and yada yada, box nonsense. So, who is Ironworks? Because this guy was kind of the odd one out of the first wave of deluxes, because the first three were 84, 85 characters, then just this weirdo. So, little history lesson here. Ironworks first released in 1988 as a Micromaster base with his little partner, who was also Ironworks. Great naming, Hasbro. Couldn't give the little Micromaster his own name. Anyway, so originally it was just a base. Nothing too special. Didn't transform. It was just a little Micromaster base for Micromasters, which I so happen to have his partner Ironworks, which is not included. If you guys know, this guy was a part of the Micromaster 10 pack and is a repaint / remold of Micromaster Powertrain. Which, funny enough, this came first. Originally, we were going to get this in Wave 3 of Siege, but it got halted back to Wave 4. And the funny thing is, with a lot of the Micromaster repaints, they're, repaints of pre-existing molds. A lot of them make sense because in the original G1 line, Powertrain here was a repaint / retool of Ironworks was a repaint / retool of Powertrain. So there you go. Keep them off to the side. So Ironworks is, well, now in Earthrise. So let's start with his little base mode here, and I think it looks pretty alright. For a little Micromaster playset, it's not a bad little thing. You got a few gimmicks here. You got the removable ramp, which can connect to various bases. I'm not sure if this connects to the Titan Masters, like not Titan Masters, the Titan class Fort Max and Triptychon. I presume so, because it looks like the same type of track. And then obviously the Battle Masters are pieces of road. Very dignified, I know. And if we go a little further in, you can see we got the hook arm, or what will become the hook arm. Now, on the directions in box, it's pointed up like this, but I actually like to do is turn it around and then turn the hook as the set becomes undone. So you have some more articulation in the crane, which has, full 360. It's attached to a fold-out peg. And, painting is very minimal on it, except for the yellow. They're trying to recreate the whole, Siege battle-worn look, like with Hound here, for example. I don't know if you can see it too well. You had the scratches and marks, and I guess this is the updated version. It looks alright. I like it a lot more than most of the Siege effects, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to, keep it the stock way. A lot of little areas for Micromasters to, mess around with. And from the back, it doesn't look too great, but what you gonna do? And as a size comparison, here he is with Ironworks, the Micromaster. I think that scales pretty well. And also, here is how he scales with a Micromaster in robot mode. And since you just saw him, here's how he scales with a Siege Deluxe, because I don't have anything else from Earthrise yet. So, There you go. So overall, as a little playset, Ironworks does have some play value to him, but I would say for a kid that only has one of these, it's not going to be the most entertaining thing unless they have the Micromasters. However, I think it's a cool little thing. Now, let's talk transformation. Obviously, this is the Earthrise equivalent of the Battleizers or the Weaponizers, whatever you want to call them. You know, these guys, like Six Gun here, for example. Except they're called the Modulators because they don't really turn into weapons, although they have, you know, battle armor mode, which I might as well show off. So, first thing you want to do is just completely tear them apart. As you can see here. There we go. And what you want to do here, if I follow the directions carefully, you want, and I messed this up immediately. Oh, yeah, you want to take off the ramp. You want to fold these ramps up on the legs, and then take your desired figure. In this case, we're going to go with Hound, which obviously he's not really meant for, well, this gimmick because this is from the new line. You want to do that. Then you want to take the torso piece, fold it out, fold up the peg, attach it to the arm, and then you want to take the ramp, attach it to here, and you want to attach it something like this. Right, that. And then finally take this piece, fold it out, and make sure it looks identically like this, and keep the peg folded out. And actually, what you want to do is fold it down this way and attach it to the back of your desired figure, although Hound doesn't really want to cooperate with us. And then take your crane arm, attach it right here. And the last thing is you want to combine the guns. Now, on the box art, if I can grab it, the box has the gun like this. Although like this configuration, but I personally like it in this configuration. And you want to attach it like this. And there is your weaponizer mode or modulator mode, whatever they're calling it now. This looks ridiculous. It really does, but what I think the modulators work well for, you know, building little cities and cool looking robots more than armor. I think the weaponizers definitely did that better because, you know, with Six Gun here, for example, you know, you just pull a leg off, you fold a few pieces, and bam, you have a weapon. That's cooler than just whatever this is. As I put Six Gun's leg back on. Yeah. And if you want to know how much this increased the size of a figure, here he is next to Siege Sound Blaster. So, almost the same size as a Voyager. But yeah, I would say this is quite ridiculous. So, enough of this ridiculousness. Let's pull all the pieces off. Like so. And let's get them actually properly transformed. So, fold all this stuff back up. Fold what will be the head up and make sure it clicks. Fold the ramps back down on the legs, and then fold these gray pieces out, like so. Oh, that would have been a close call. The camera almost fell. Make sure these pieces, which will become the hip joints, are, you know, straight. And then click them in like this. Attach the torso piece, and then the ramp, which has two holes, and you want to attach them to the two tabs right here. You can put it any way. I just like putting it like this. Doesn't really matter. And then take this piece, fold it all out, attach the peg into the hole for the one arm, and then turn the gun off, turn this piece, fold it down, attach it to that, and then finally turn the head. And we have Ironworks proper. And as for the gun, you can pull it apart, you can make him hold it, you can you know, make the gun like that or like this. The instructions say to put the gun right here, but I think, you know, he's already got the crane arm, so what I like to do is I like to put it on this arm to give it something to do. And then we have Ironworks. I think Ironworks looks pretty spiffy. He just has that certain vibe to him that makes him look awesome. And if we get close enough to the face right here, I don't know how well you're going to see that, but he's got a kind of typical Transformers head, you know, has the visor, has the mouth guard. The head sculpt kind of reminds me of Leozak from Transformers Victory or Liokaiser in a weird way. And as the camera zooms out, he's got a kind of boring color scheme, but it kind of works. You know, you have the light gray with the red, the dark gunmetal gray, the yellow to break it all up. It just works. And oh my gosh, can we talk about the this arm? This is fucking cool. This crane arm with it just looks cool. And actually, you could take this off and you can attach the gun. And you kind of have a Shockwave vibe going with this, but personally, this is a lot more unique. How many Transformers do you know with hook hands other than Lockdown? So, yeah, there he is. Size comparison, here he is with Siege 6-gun, the former modulator used to be weaponizer gimmick, Siege Hound, Siege Sound Blaster, and then Siege Powertrain and his mate Siege Ironworks. So he scales pretty good. He's actually one of the taller deluxes. I believe the tallest deluxe from Siege was Impactor. So there's your sense of scale. And if you want a real world, yeah, that's English object to compare. Here he is with a water bottle. You know, very, very interesting, I know. So let's talk articulation. Head is on a ball joint, so moves a fair amount. The arms are pegged in, so they have a fair amount of movement, like so. Except this one arm has only one elbow joint, but the wrist does swivel. Wrist. This one has mostly the same articulation, except the elbow has a double hinge joint, but no wrist movement. Waist is weird. The waist is attached right, I don't know if you can see it, right there, to this back piece. So he doesn't have a traditional waist movement. So it's just that. That is the best you're going to do. But his legs are just, have soft ratchets and are pinned on. You know, a swivel at the thighs, then a bend at the knee, and a very tight ankle rocker. So you can get Ironworks theoretically into forgot to fold that piece up. How silly of me. How silly and stupid of me. Like this. Like pose something, you know. He's not going to be doing the Iron Man pose, but he can still pull off a wicked cool pose. Here he is with Powertrain again. I love how these two look. They just, you know, he's meant for this guy because, no, back in 1988, they were sold together or something. So, overall, in conclusion, finally, would I recommend Ironworks? I would say so. Ironworks is a fun figure. He's got a lot of great details. I love the little base, the little base gimmick. And the fact that there's going to be more of these guys is awesome. I'm hoping we get some more. You know, that would be amazing. The armor up mode is kind of, it's whatever. That's one thing the weaponizers did a lot better. But overall, if you find this guy, I highly recommend it. Especially if you have the Micromaster 10-pack Ironworks. It works so well with each other. And so far, Earthrise is looking very promising. I'm hoping we get some more reveals. And I can't wait to look forward to the rest of this line. Can I speak proper English? And with that insult to myself out of the way, to finish up this video, get Ironworks if you see him. But you're not going to be seeing these guys for a while because it's a new line. Anyway, I am Soundwave913. This is Ironworks. So, Soundwave913 signing out. Have a good one.